Unit Summary 10, 11, CTT, Gladys Parreño. Unit Summary 10. Unit 10, Famous People. Ayrton Senna, John Lennon, Isabel Allende, Malala Yousafzai, Albert Einstein, Nelson Mandela. Explorers. June Contavey. She was born in 1939. She was in a team of Japanese mountaineers. They were all women. Ferdinand Magazine. He was born in 1480. He was Portuguese, but there was an explorer for the Spanish king Carlos I. Anne Bancroft. She was born in the United States on September 29, 1955. She was the leader of an expedition to the South Pole in 1993. All the people on the expedition were women. Roald Amundsen. He was from Norway and he was born on June 16, 1872. His parents were rich. His father was a sea captain. Yuri Gagarin Valentina Tereskova. The first man in space was Yuri Gagarin. The first woman in space was Valentina Tereskova. They were both from Russia. Unit Summary 11. Unit 11, True Stories. A man in Timbuktu reads old documents. Timbuktu was at center of learning for hundreds of years. Many of the works and documents were in libraries and family homes. Some books are 400 years old. Do you have any old books? Tell the class. Yes, we have many old books. Some of them have 90 years and were from my grandparents. That's the story. 5 years ago, in 2017, I traveled to Guayaquil City. I was 47 years old. I traveled with my family. We visit a lot of beautiful places. My son loved the Malecon 2000 and the streets in them he climbed on one big tree. There was an exposition of Ecuadorian movies and we entered it. We loved it the way it was organized and took a lot of pictures and enjoyed the exposition, the book, the movie, the Europa report. We entered one of the what? Museums of the Ecuadorian Marines. I was a little anxious because I wasn't on a ship before. It was a big ship. We went to a large tower and they went out the top of that. I was a little nervous because it was so high until it was too cold and windy at the top. We stayed in Guayaquil for almost 2 days. The next day, we visited one park and they looked at a lot of the ones running everywhere. My son touches a lot of them. Then we visited a big church that was across the park in the had colorful and spacious interior. Then we visited some restaurants and we ate some typical food like sauce, bread made with rice and 31 ingredient sauce. The Malecón meal was for the place in Guayaquil. We took a lot of pictures with the status need with the we ate cotton candy. The Malecón meal was large. It took us around 1 hour to want it entirely. We love the restaurants that were at the end of the Malecón meal. Everything was full and with a lot of people. In one of those restaurants, we ate pancakes with coffee and a meal. I love those pancakes and I repeat them. We walked in the street near to the hotel at the night. It was slightly scary because we didn't know if there was a chill. Luckily, there wasn't, but it was beautiful walking by the street as the night with all the colorful night that were. On the next day, we arrived in Santo Domingo. It was a little congested to get off the streets of Guayaquil. Thank you.